Hello everyone and welcome back to your piano lesson. If you are here for the first time, I am Gianluca Fronda, your virtual piano teacher. If you want to discover interesting facts about me, you can watch the introduction video of this channel. I'm leaving the link in the description of this video, where you will find also the link for my artistic channel, Gianluca Fronda, pianist and composer, if you're interested in original music and covers. Talking about this channel, don't forget to subscribe and let me know about yourself by commenting. Tell me when you have started, if you're finding my channel interesting and you're improving your skills also thanks to my videos. And don't forget also to share with your friends if there is anybody interested in piano music, anybody that you know. So now time to go to our lesson. Today is finally time to talk about Ecossaise in E flat, the A1 piece by Ludwig van Beethoven from the Grade 3 Piano Exam Pieces ABRSM 2021-2022. Beethoven, one of my rock stars. This one is a very interesting piece. Maybe I'm repeating myself. With composers like Beethoven, I'm quite, sensible and I'm really attached. Before expressing myself regarding this piece, I want to first of all play at the final speed stated on the music sheet, that is 126 per crotchets. Et voilà! I invite you to listen, obviously it's my opinion, I invite you to listen to very important recordings of these Ecossaise in E flat. Obviously it's really likely that you will find the whole opera in the recording because they are really short. And then obviously look for the number 4 of the recording. Just to have some very interesting idea, just to compare your idea of this Ecossaise to the one of very important performers. For example, I suggest you, so those that are quite easy to be found on YouTube, for example, are the recording of Brendel, the recording of Kempf, some very important names. There are many more super important star of the piano performers of the history. Because, for example, if I want to compare indeed the two recordings that I've mentioned, the ones of Kempf and Brendel, and the one, for example, published by the ABRSM on all the platforms, you will notice a very big difference. Obviously, ABRSM is considering the standard of WoO students, and the ones I've mentioned, ones of Brendel, Kempf, just to mention two of them, are very, let's say, we are talking about the level of an artist that is performing the piece in important concert hall. But obviously now let's go back to the simple music sheet, because let's remember also that all the slurs that you find here are, let's say the majority of them are editorial decisions, have been added by the publisher. If we have to respect strictly indeed the slurs that we see here, and if we have to respect, for example, the fact that the left hand doesn't have any extra mark, I have to invite you to apply the principle, for example, of the 3-note slur, that to make it simple could be the drop, connect, roll, and here the drop, roll. Indeed, to simplify the 3-note slur and the 2-note slur, what Gianluca did, I even wrote 3-2 on top. It's obvious that you might go to the B flat and the A with the 5th, but splitting a little bit. I believe that not everybody has the fifth and the fourth well developed. That's why, what did I do? Da 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 ti dum. It's obviously more complicated, because you have to finally gain that. You have to trust your hands, you have to trust your fingers, and you have to gain that freedom, even from now, to fly from one key to another one, not connecting, for example, passing over the fourth or doing any thumb passage. It's possible. You have to simply believe that you can. Ti-dum, ta-da-da-ti-da. I do even in between bar 3 and 4. It's something that helps splitting the bars, these slurs. So this is what I've been thinking when planning this fingering, and this is what has been guiding me during the performance. Keep a portato in the left hand, since we don't have any slur, we don't have any big phrase mark. So a big portato, touch, tu-ta, boom, bum, boom, pa, boom, bum, boom, pa. How would it be very legato? Sometimes you see, really trying to do your best to connect the notes, but it's not what you have to do. It's quite crazy. How would it be staccato? Pom 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 pom. Really detached, shortening the sound up to half, let's say in theory, also in practice. I'm not playing legato, I'm not playing staccato, I'm playing a kind of middle way, that is the one that usually now I'm calling portato. That could be the default, yeah, touch of the left hand. Don, 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 releasing slightly before the end of the note, the key. And this is what you can do also in the right hand when you have when you have the quavers without any slur on top. Ti ti ta ta ti ta ta, ta 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 ta. How they would be legato. Ti di do do di di do. Again, ti di do do di di do. Very well connected. Or staccato. Ti ti ta 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 ta. Ta ti ta 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 ti ta. I'm not doing neither legato nor staccato. I'm doing tu 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 tu. Slightly portato. Tu 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 tu. These are obviously the two main touches of this piece. Legato in the slurs, and this big portato of the left, plus a little bit of portato in these, let's say, quick quavers. Okay? Mind the piano in the first part, so quite soft sound, even though it's quite complicated, I can understand, due to the very wide position of the right hand and also of the left, especially of the left. And raise immediately the sound when you start the third line, and even more at the end. Why? We have to also realize that in the left, if here Beethoven wrote only single notes, here started adding octaves, sixth, fourth, thirds, is one more reason. Okay? Now I want to play at half speed. I will do 63. I will keep the metronome on. In the slow performance, I will be simply respecting the notes as much as I can, the articulations, but don't mind the articulations, because it's very complicated to respect these portato on the left, the slurs, all together. Okay, you have to really, I want you to focus in the slow performance only on the notes, is to let you check the notes. I can switch the metronome off. I should mention many things regarding this piece. I know that I've already been talking about the slurs, the way you should play the notes without any slur, but for example, for mastering the left hand, start considering the piece in this way. Let me take a pencil. Keep in mind, let's do an extra analysis of the piece now, let's say the structure of the big phrases. For example, look, the left hand pattern is exactly here. G, and the distance in each bar is the octave. Yeah, what does it mean, the octave? Is that you start from G, then the second note is G, one octave higher. Then you move to F, one tone down, and confirm the note one octave higher. You jump to the B, and then you go to the E flat. It's simply doing Beethoven. Third degree, second, fifth, first. Is consistent. Every single block of 4 bars is exactly identical in the beginning, in the first 2 lines. Okay? On the right, we can even say that there is an imitation, consistent imitation. So you have ta-ta-ta-ti-da, ta-ta-ta-ti-da. Obviously, this is imagining the question, this is the reply, the answer, yeah? He confirmed the start, but then the reply, the answer is negative. Then the second line is a repetition of what you have done in the first line with the ending identical. It's here that things change. Now, if in the first part the left hand was having these ascending octaves, let's look 1 second at the keyboard. If in the first part the left hand was having these ascending octaves, broken octaves, tung, tung, in the other part, in the following block of 2 lines, is inverting, is alternating. From bar 17, the left goes first of all down, and then moving of 1 semitone up. The second time, the direction is opposite. The first time down, then up. And this is something that is consistent, is kept down, up, down, up, down, up. In which ways is moving, and you can indeed study in this way if you have a quite big hand. Obviously I'm playing 1 octave higher everything. You can do in this way, so from the G's, go to the 1 semitone up to the A flat, then B flat, then C, then D, and then E. And then obviously there is at the end, the classical movement ending dominant tonic. So it's a simple move from the 3rd degree to the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, then 5th, 1st again. This is what happened in this line. Here is simply enriched, where he starts from the tonic. Now he's adding some extra note in between. But the move is anyways also in this case, let now the first note guide you. From A, that is completed by these notes, to the B flat, then the C, then the D, and then E flat, here, and ending. Anyways, I know that it's quite complicated. Try to do your best to study, to analyze, to try to find the patterns, because there are anyways patterns, many patterns. If your hand is small, work several times extending and study the simple broken octave, either on the left or on the right, because on the right you have many, in the second part you have many broken octaves. You have to work hard repeating several times these moves. Ta-ti, 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 or ta-ti, 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 ta-ti. Try to stretch as much as you can. If you don't reach, a small move of the forearm, and obviously keeping the wrist flexible, will help you reaching it. The secret is the repetition. I could definitely spend hours talking about this music. In case I didn't mention something that you would really want me to explain, feel free to comment to let me know. Let me know also how you are improving, how things are going, if you're finding my tutorials helpful and you are improving your skills also thanks to my video. And if it's the first time that you're landing on this channel, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much and see you in the next video. All the best, bye.